Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. So going into the next week, I wanted to do this little video now, a bit of an update as to gear and things like that, and then character progression. So we are currently 190 eye level. This is using our PvP legendary instead of the arcane one. The reason for that is arcane's been fun and interesting, but I just think it's hard capped compared to the other two specs, and I don't think it offers nearly as much. And in a game where I'm fighting, even with Keystone Master, I'm fighting to get into +4s, I need to be able to convince people that I'm worth inviting. So I've been testing around with Fire. I gave Fire a couple of runs today, and quite frankly, I just didn't want to play it. Its current iteration, the legendary that you use, having to use Frostbolt mid-rotation, things like that. Don't get me wrong, it's strong, it absolutely is strong, but it's not for me. And it really threw me into a bit of a conundrum. What do I play next tier? Do I stay with Mage even? So I still want to stay with Mage, I still enjoy Mage, and I think I'm going to give Frost a real good run. Frost does a little bit of everything at the moment that I want it to do. Has great AoE, has mediocre single target. It's not the best at this single target, but that's helped by being Venthyr. So as you can see, we have changed covenants now. We are now just becoming Venthyr. We're now unlocking Mirrors of Torment and things like that. So expect a lot more Frost content coming out. The other advantage of this is you can also play Arcane with this as well, so it's not horrible. Choice to multi-spec. The only thing you can't really play is Fire because you don't have the huge the mass cooldown reduction on Fire, but it is what it is. Yeah, so let's say we're at 190 eye level. We've done a 4 this week, so we get a 207 item out of the chest, so hopefully something nice there. And bear in mind that's equivalent to a mythic 14 item, so actually doing a mythic 14 would award me the same eye level, which is pretty nice. I mean, that's great. I'll absolutely take that. Yeah, so like I said, we're in a pretty good spot. We've done how many dungeons have we? How many bosses have we killed? We got like 6 bosses this week as well. Next week, I'd like to push. So goals for next week. This is part of the reason I want to do the video. Goals for next week. I would like to hit 10-10 normal at least. As well as probably stepping into heroic. I'd like to try and do like a heroic old raid or something. I would like to be pushing, let's say 800 raid IO, which I believe is around all 10s completed. I'd like to be pushing around that. I think that's a viable thing. I think that's something we can do. Yeah, so it's a couple of different goals. I'd like to hit like 205 eye level, maybe step into PvP a little bit. We have done some PvP this week, just getting armor and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of a couple of the goals for next week. The other part to this video and something else I wanted to talk about was the conversations that have been had recently around WoW and around people like Asmongold, people like Belluar having some very, very strong opinions on WoW. I don't think they're wrong. I've actually really had to try to motivate myself today just to come and play the game. And it's the first time in the expansion I've really had to do that. No, don't get me wrong, it's something I want to do. I actively want to log on. I want to produce content. I want to play the game. I just want things to actually happen. And I understand that's the same argument that everyone's making, so I'm not going to go into it too much. But yeah, I am struggling a little bit with WoW at the moment, just to keep my attention, really. And hopefully 9.1 is a good fix to that. A lot of the things that I don't like in the expansion, or not necessarily don't like. I mean, Torghast is something that right now I don't like it, but it's something that in the next patch I think will get much better. Things like Conduit Energy is something that I don't like, but should get somewhat better in the next patch. Things like that. So they are doing things to try to improve life in the next patch, and we can only hope that that's enough for all of us, really. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this here today. Just a quick little update for you guys, just to let you know what's gone on and what's happening. I am actually going to attach a Mythic Plus that I did today, just a +4 I did as Arcane. I played really well during the run. to the back of this. So if you are interested, there is that to there. We'll have music in the background rather than commentary. I'm actually getting a little bit ill at the moment, so rather than kind of ruin my voice even more. Yeah, there's a little bit of quality issues. Every now and again, the screen keeps like blinking effectively. I think I figured it out, but I'm not 100% sure. If you guys have got any ideas what could be causing it, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. All that good stuff. Catch you later. Goodbye.